My friend, there is something I always remind my patients. Your health isn't shaped only by what you do during the day, but also by how you prepare your body for sleep at night. Many people think strokes happen only when we're active, stressed, or emotionally overwhelmed. But the truth is a surprising number of strokes happen quietly, while we sleep when everything seems peaceful. I've met families who told me stories they will never forget, doctor. He was perfectly fine the night before, but in the morning he just didn't wake up. Those words stayed with me for a long time. And from that moment on, I promised myself I would help people understand that nighttime is a more vulnerable period than most of us realize. While you sleep, your blood pressure dips and rises, your heart rate shifts, your blood vessels expand and contract. And if those vessels are already weakened, inflamed, or stiff, even a small fluctuation can become dangerous. But don't be afraid. The good news is this: your body comes with safety doors, simple, gentle habits that naturally lower your risk of stroke while you sleep. The small things you do before bedtime are often the things that keep you safe through the night. Today, I want to share 5 habits. Simple, ordinary things that have helped so many of my patients sleep more peacefully, breathe more easily, and wake up with a true sense of calm. And who knows, maybe these habits will become a gift you give yourself so that every morning you can open your eyes with gratitude for another safe night that has passed. Habit number 1, keep your blood pressure stable before going to bed. My friend, after 30 years in medicine, there is one thing I repeat to my patients almost every single visit. If you want to protect yourself while you sleep, let your blood pressure settle before you close your eyes. I remember Harold, 72, a gentle man who rarely complained. He often experienced nighttime blood pressure spikes, but didn't realize it until one morning he woke up with numbness running across half his face. Thankfully, he reached the hospital in time. As we spoke, he sighed, "James, I thought as long as I felt okay, I was fine. I had no idea blood pressure could change so much while I sleep." I looked at him and said, "Nighttime strokes usually come in silence. They don't knock. They don't warn with pain. But blood pressure, if you pay attention, always gives you signs. Keeping your blood pressure calm before bed doesn't require anything dramatic. Often it's as simple as eating a light dinner, reducing salt, avoiding evening coffee or wine, taking a few slow breaths to cool the body down, and checking your blood pressure before lying down. I want you to picture this. Every night when you place the cuff around your arm, it's not just a number you're checking, it's a conversation between you and your body telling it, "I'm paying attention. I'm listening to your quiet signals before the long night ahead." My friend, don't wait for your body to speak through pain. Listen while the signs are still gentle. Habit number 2, keep your blood pressure steady. Don't let the night become a burden on your heart. My friend, there's something I always remind my patients. Nighttime strokes rarely begin in sleep. They begin in the hours before you fall asleep. We carry the whole day into the night. Our blood pressure, our heart rate, our stress, our meals, our emotions. All of it follows us into our sleep. I remember Daniel, 72. He once had a dangerous blood pressure spike at midnight, so severe that his wife thought she was about to lose him. When I asked what he had done before going to bed, he spoke softly, "James, I ate a salty dinner and I was holding on to some difficult emotions I didn't talk about." And immediately I understood. Most people don't realize that salt tension and unspoken emotions can push blood pressure up during sleep. The body may look like it's resting, but the heart is working quietly trying to handle the pressure we carried throughout the day. Keeping nighttime blood pressure stable isn't complicated. It comes from everyday choices: eating a lighter dinner, using less salt, sitting quietly for a few minutes to soften your breath, turning off bright screens, letting the mind settle like a calm lake at dusk. I'll never forget how Daniel returned a few weeks later with a peaceful look in his eyes. He said, "James, for the first time in years, I feel like I'm entering sleep with real peace." And my friend, that is exactly what I want for you. A body that enters the night without carrying yesterday's tension, so your heart can finally rest the way it deserves. Habit number 3, manage nighttime stress. Don't make your heart work overtime while you sleep. My friend, here's something many people overlook. The thoughts you have before bedtime can shape your blood pressure all night long. For years, I believed sleep was when the body repaired and recalibrated itself, until I met a patient who made me rethink everything. Patrick, 72, walked into my office with exhaustion written all over his face. He said quietly, "James, I sleep, but I don't feel rested. My mind won't shut off." When we monitored him, we found that his blood pressure rose lightly around midnight, a risky time because the early hours of the morning are when strokes most often happen. My friend, when the mind is restless, the heart cannot be calm. The body thinks you're still under stress, even when you're lying in bed. It releases cortisol, adrenaline hormones that increase blood pressure and make the heart beat harder. Even when you think you're asleep, I gave Patrick one simple piece of advice. So I told him to create a simple letting go ritual before bed. Nothing complicated, nothing philosophical. Just sit quietly for 5 minutes. Breathe deeply, exhale slowly, and let every thought pass by without grabbing onto it. 3 weeks later, he returned with a gentle smile, the kind of smile that even he didn't seem to notice had changed. He said, "James, my chest feels lighter. It's like I finally learned how to put down the things that don't belong in my sleep." And in that moment, I understood something deeply. Preventing nighttime stroke doesn't come only from medicine. It comes from the peace you give your heart before you close your eyes. When the mind settles, the blood pressure settles. And your heart, your loyal companion through all these years, finally gets the rest it deserves. Habit number 4. Keep your breathing clear. The silent gift that protects your brain through the night. My friend, most people don't realize this. The way you breathe while you sleep can determine the health of your blood vessels and your stroke risk. I've met many patients who believe they slept just fine until a family member mentioned they stopped breathing for a few seconds, then jerked awake with a guay. Those tiny moments, harmless as they may seem, put tremendous pressure on the heart and brain. I remember Randall, 72. He told me, "James, I sleep 8 hours, but I wake up tired, like I never slept at all." After testing, we discovered he had sleep apnea, a condition where oxygen drops suddenly and blood pressure spikes during the night. And that's when silent stroke risk creeps in. You don't see it. You don't hear it. But your body feels every second of it. I want you to picture this. The brain is like a delicate garden. Oxygen is the water that keeps it alive. When the water stops, even for a few seconds, parts of the garden begin to suffer. To reduce that risk, sometimes just a few changes help. Sleeping on your side instead of on your back to keep the airway open. Maintaining a healthy weight to reduce pressure on the throat. Avoiding alcohol at night because it relaxes throat muscles and makes the airway collapse more easily. And for some people, a visit to a sleep specialist becomes the single most important step because sometimes the body just needs a little help to keep breathing smoothly through the night. My friend, a full steady breath during sleep doesn't just help you sleep deeper. It acts as a quiet shield protecting your brain and your heart during the hours when you are most vulnerable. Habit number 5. Calm your mind before bed because your heart needs peace to stay protected. My friend, here is a truth I've witnessed again and again over more than 30 years. People who fall asleep while anxious, angry, or overwhelmed are at a higher risk of nighttime stroke than those who drift into sleep peacefully. It sounds simple, but the mind is the guide of the body. When the mind is unsettled, the body reacts immediately. Blood pressure rises, heart rate speeds up, blood vessels tighten, all of which become silent triggers in the night. I remember Patrick, 72, a strong man, but someone who carried his worries into bed every single night. One day he told me, "James, I lie down, but my mind keeps running like a machine I can't turn off." And I told him, "Patrick, your bed is not a battlefield. Sleep is the one place where you must put everything down. We cannot control everything in life. But before bed, we can do one small thing that carries enormous power, give the mind permission to rest. Just one deep breath, 1 minute of stillness, one gentle moment of gratitude for your aging, hardworking body. And believe me, that alone can lower your blood pressure by a few points. It slows your heartbeat. It softens your blood vessels, almost as if your body is whispering a thank you for letting me rest tonight." Let me say this with complete sincerity. No heart can withstand the weight of an unsettled mind. If you want to prevent nighttime strokes, begin by giving your mind peace before you lay your head down. My friend, nighttime stroke is something many people in their 60-year-old and 70-year-old fear. But fear is not there to frighten you. It's there to remind you to take loving action. The 5 habits I shared today are not dramatic secrets. They are small, simple things, yet they have a quiet power to protect you during the most vulnerable hours of your sleep. When you keep your blood pressure steady, stay hydrated, sleep on time, manage stress, and listen to your body, you are giving yourself an invisible shield. And that shield doesn't just prevent stroke, it helps you wake up each morning with the calm, steady peace you truly deserve. If today's message brought you comfort, hope, or simply a gentle reminder that your health is still in your hands, I invite you to subscribe to Heal Fit Health. Hit subscribe and turn on the notification bell so we can continue this journey together, learning, healing, and strengthening your body with every new video. My friend, you deserve a strong, steady, protected heart, and I'll be right here walking with you every step of the way.